What is it like to date a Gemini? How do they act in love? How can you make a Gemini fall in love with you? Stay tuned as we dive in depth on what it's like to date a Gemini. Welcome to my channel where I color a picture and talk about astrology. You can color with me if you would like. I find all of my pictures completely free of charge on the internet, so I will leave a link in the description on where to print this picture that I'm coloring and we can color together. If you are dating a Gemini and you would like to get a synastry reading or you would like to book a reading on your birth chart, then all of the information will be in the description as well. I think that is all of the matters of business that I need to cover today, so let's get started. Isn't this picture just the cutest? I found it on Crayola.com and I thought it was just absolutely perfect for this video. Today, I am going to use crayons. I change it up sometimes, but that's just what I'm gonna use today. So what is it like to date someone who is a Gemini? Well, before I start this video, I do want to make a disclaimer. We are made up of more energies other than our sun sign. Most people know their sun sign, but there is a lot more energies at play in your life. So if you are dating someone who has Gemini energy in their chart, then this video is for you. It can be their sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, or even their Venus sign, really. So if you have a partner who has different signs, like for example, maybe an Aries sun and a Taurus moon with a Gemini rising or something, then you will want to watch the video for each one of those and blend the energy so that you have a more accurate representation of what your partner is like. If you only know your partner's sun sign, then you will want to head on over to astro.com to fill out their date of birth to find out what their birth chart looks like. Now, if you know their time of birth and their location, you can really get the details of the energies that they have at play in their chart. If you don't have their time of birth, you can still get their birth chart. You just kind of have to watch their moon sign because that may be inaccurate if you don't know the right time, and you won't know their rising sign and you won't know the houses. So it is definitely better to have your partner's birth time. Also, we all have Gemini energy in our chart. Even if you do not have any planets in Gemini, you still will have a Gemini ruled house somewhere within your chart. And that energy will blend into some part of your life as well. But we will get into that in another video. Today, we are focused on what it is like to date a Gemini. Dating a Gemini can be an adventure. These are some naturally curious people. They love learning a little bit about everything. And this can make them a master at shooting the breeze with someone. If they don't really know something, they will ask questions. They're not afraid to get to the bottom of it. And they are also great networkers. Geminis are always making connections in their minds. So when they are talking to you, they are thinking about where else they have heard those things. And then they can connect these things or people together. They are amazing at connecting things together. Have you ever even heard of the story of Gemini? Well, a long time ago, there was this beautiful queen, Leda. In fact, she was so beautiful that even Zeus wanted her. So Zeus decides he's gonna turn into this beautiful swan and seduce the queen. Now the queen was already married to the king of Sparta. Well, she lays 2 eggs and out comes 2 girls who are twins, and then there's 2 boys who are twins. Well, one of the girls becomes Helen of Troy, and the boy twins become the twins in the constellation Gemini. Now, the issue comes into play is that the king of Sparta is father of one of the boys, and Zeus is the father of the other. So one is human and one is a demigod. So it is in the spiritual realm, which, speaking of Geminis, one part of them is in the physical, making connections, and the other part of them is in the spiritual realm, making connections. And they are actually great at making connections between the spiritual world and the physical world. And they are the messengers of the zodiac. Gemini's ruling planet is Mercury, and often you see a winged foot as a symbol for Mercury. Mercury deals with communication. These natives are able to communicate well usually, and they can be quite charming individuals. They are able to keep things light in a conversation. They don't have to talk about these heavy, burdensome topics. You know, they can if they need to, but one thing that I love about Geminis is their ability to talk to people. Now, sometimes this lightness that they can bring to a conversation can kind of feel insensitive to others, especially if the other person has, let's say, like a lot of water in their chart. A Gemini can talk about something as if it means nothing at all to them. So if you are someone who is taking a topic very serious, a Gemini might not conversate with the same emotional weight as you, and that can sometimes get on people's nerves. But Geminis like keeping things light and airy and not heavy and burdensome. They can be quite interesting people to date. I've had a lot of people compare it to dating Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I think I said that right? I didn't get that mixed up, did I? There can be two different versions of a Gemini within themselves. They can be laid back, or they can be no chill, or maybe one part of them is the saver and then the other part just spins, or maybe one part of them is active and on the go and then the other part of them just wants to sit around and be lazy. A Gemini can be labeled as inconsistent because of this. They just don't know which twin they're gonna be today. You know, in the story, the twins traded out worlds. So one twin would come to the physical and the other would go to the spiritual, but they both couldn't be in the same realm at the same time. So they would have a brief moment when trading spots to kind of review notes, and that was it. So you truly do not know which twin you're going to get. And Geminis can kind of seem flaky sometimes. They are the friends that text you back fast, and then other times it may be days before you hear from them. And they aren't ignoring you. It's just their little brain is just always going, and they will get around to communicating with you when like they have the time to do so. They want to have good conversations with people, and they can love a sense of humor in someone, and they can be funny themselves. These are the people that can come up with some clever comebacks, or these are the people that have the funniest memes. These people love being light and free and jolly, even though it's not possible to be like this all of the time. These natives can have a childlike spirit, and they can often look younger than what they really are. Now, sometimes this childlike spirit can be fun, but other times it can seem like a Gemini is irresponsible or selfish. They are always ready for a good time, so they can always be on the go or always have a lot of different things going on at one time. And they can be a part of a lot of different friend groups. If you are dating a Gemini, you will want to make sure that you give them plenty of room to explore life. They don't want to be with someone that strips all their freedoms away, or someone who is jealous of them talking to others. They are here to experience life and to have fun while doing it. And they can be risk takers and be thrill seekers, and they are quite adaptable and flexible as a lover, and they need you to be the exact same way. So if they love you, they will support you and they will do whatever they need to do to help you succeed. And the good thing is if you are dating a Gemini, they can be your connection to someone who can really help you in a career. They are amazing networkers. Coloring is so relaxing to me. So if you are dating a Gemini, I want to know, what is your sun sign? I'm curious to see what type of energy is the Gemini attracting. Also, if your partner has Gemini, where is the Gemini at in their chart? And how long have you been with your Gemini if you are dating one? I'm a Sagittarius, so I'm naturally curious, just like a Gemini. I looked up some celebrities who are Geminis, and the list is huge, which makes sense. These are the celebrities that have a Gemini sun: Angelina Jolie, Marilyn Monroe, Kanye West, Stevie Nicks, Morgan Freeman, Johnny Depp, Heidi Klum, Blake Shelton. I mean, I could go on and on and on, and that's not even the celebrities with a Gemini moon or a Gemini rising. I think out of all of the pictures that I have colored so far for this series, the Gemini one has been my favorite. And I thought the cute Taurus bull wearing the cowboy boots was going to be hard to beat. So if you are a Gemini, did you relate to any part of this video? I put out astrology videos every week, and right now we are doing a dating series. But if you are ever interested in why your soul came here to transform, then I encourage you to go watch my Pluto Through the Houses videos. They are packed full of information about why your soul came here to transform during this lifetime. I have enjoyed getting to color with you today and learning all about Gemini. I look forward to seeing you, my little buttercups, in my next video. Mwah!